Hello, hello, hello. So, here I am, back, looking over this Harley Servi-Car that has been sitting for approximately 29 years. If things look kind of oiled up nicely, it's because I've been oiling them up nicely for some days, and actually last fall I was by to do some. So I have, up to this point, I did take the spark plugs out, and I did put some oil down into the cylinders. I really do not know how long it has been since this bike has run or been turned over or cranked or anything. I do know that the fellow who owned it was a very smart guy, and he was very fond of this bike, so even though he had not ridden it, I'm liking to think that he would have taken steps to ensure that it was happy, at least somewhat happy. So I would like to think that. So I have here a wrench, and this is the first time that I'm going to try this. I'm going to put a wrench onto the main sprocket engine nut here, and I'm going to just gingerly try to give it a little turn and see if we are seized or if I have to, well, I don't know, I guess I'll see what I see. So, without further ado, I don't think this fits perfectly, but hopefully it's good enough. So, we are on the nut. I'm gonna, oh, it's a little big, but I'm just gonna gently give it a little push. Woo! It moved. Well, that's a good sign, it moved. Oh, it moved. So, the engine, it would seem, is not seized up. I don't know how much I should do this. I suppose I'm trying to feel a little compression here and there, maybe. The plugs are back in. Maybe I'll just turn until I see the master link come back around. Because that might mean that I sort of turned it one cycle through. I don't know. This looks like, I remember when we were discussing, there's not a whole lot of options to do with these machines, but one of them was what size engine sprocket one might use. And they originally were geared with a 23 tooth engine sprocket, but I can tell this is not that. And the solo bikes had a bigger sprocket so they could get more, I guess, speed. But of course, we being speed demons of the day, oh, there's the master link coming around. It was on the bottom. We wanted more speed, but then of course, it's a beautiful thing to have more speed. But when you try to pull away from a stop sign or a stoplight on a hill, you sure long for that smaller sprocket, as I'm sure do the people behind you. Well, I'm just going to do a few more turns and get the master link back to where it was. Okay, so the engine is not at this moment seized up. This is an encouraging sign. If anybody has any comments about how I might proceed safely, that would be greatly appreciated. I have been oiling up all the linkage on the shifter because it was not moving, and I did open up the filler on the transmission and filled it as much as I could. So anyway, it's still not moving a whole bunch, but it's certainly better than it was. I suppose if I was brave, I would put my foot on the clutch. Let's see if that gets any more. No, not really. So, the engine, she turns. Stay tuned. Let's see what else we can get a moving. Thank you for coming. Once again, any comments would be greatly appreciated.